Bienvenido! Welcome to CIS108 Applied Concepts in Educational Technology. My name is Ned Gladfelter and I'll be the instructor with you during this course. I'm so glad you decided to join us. We have a lot we're going to share with you, whether you're new to technology or whether you know a lot already, we'll be learning together, so enjoy. Now, first thing is, you need to stay connected with me in this course, as well as with your peers. You're not doing this all alone. If you're out there all alone just doing the assignments and never interacting with me or your peers, that's not a good thing. We can learn from each other, so we want you to engage with us. So, first off, make sure that your notifications are turned on in D2L so that you're getting the phone notifications and the email notifications. Secondly, make sure that you know how to get into the Zoom room and that you're going to join us each week in the Zoom room. What you need to do for that is go into the Zoom section. You'll see the Zoom module in D2L. It explains how to get into the room via your computer, or if you don't have really good internet access and no video capability, you can still call in on your phone and join us in those Zoom sessions. So make sure you get that all set up now because we need to stay connected. Before we get started in this course, we want everyone to take the Basic Skills Assessment, which is basically just a survey to see what do you know about technology and how much technology have you been using in your life so far. And then we'll find the gaps in your learning. What kind of things do you know? What do you want to know? We want to get feedback from one another. And you'll take this skills survey again at the end of this course so we can see how much growth you've made over the course of the semester. All right, so if you haven't done it, make sure you go take that assessment now. Thanks. Now that you've taken the basic skills assessment, take a little time to reflect on what you did and think about some of those questions that were just brought to you. And what I want you to do is to identify at least 2 areas that you want to grow throughout this semester. So really give it some thought and think about 2 areas where you don't feel quite so confident or you feel like you need a little bit more information, and be sure to share those in your reflection. Thanks. Hey, have you ever heard of the ISTE Standards? I-S-T-E, ISTE. If you haven't, you're going to learn about them now in this section. They basically stand for the International Society for Technology and Education Standards. As you're developing lessons throughout this course and doing some other things with us, you're going to need to be familiar with these ISTE standards. What I'd like you to do now is take a look at the standards and become familiar with them. Then we're going to find which standard that you feel the most comfortable with and which standard that you feel like you could use a little bit more work on and just to know more about and to improve in that area. So become familiar with those ISTE standards now. So what I'd like you to do is go to ISTE.org. I'll give you a quick preview of the site before you go. But you can see here the ISTE standards for students. Today's students must be prepared to thrive in a constantly evolving technological landscape. So what they did here was they created these standards for the students. We're going to explore them now. These are for the students. They have them written for teachers also, but we're going to look at the students because it's more student-friendly. Look at number 1 here, the empowered learner. Students leverage technology to take an active role in choosing, achieving, and demonstrating competency in their learning goals informed by the learning sciences. So when we open this little square here, you can see there's like 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D. These are the standards. So, for example, 1C, students use technology to seek feedback that informs and improves their practice and to demonstrate their learning in a variety of ways. So what you're going to do, be thinking about each one of these standards because throughout this course, you'll be asked to refer to them when you're planning your lessons and other things. Look at number 2, digital citizen. Students recognize the rights, responsibilities, and opportunities of living, learning, and working in an interconnected digital world. And then we look here. Here are the 2A, B, C, D, the actual standards. We will be doing an entire unit on digital citizenship later this semester. And we'll keep going through knowledge constructor, We open it up. For example, here 3A, students plan and employ effective research strategies to locate information and other resources for their intellectual or creative pursuits. I want you to spend time just going through these, innovative designer, and looking at each one. And there's also some videos that go with each of these on YouTube, and I will give you the links to those as well. So spend some time now looking through the ISTE Standards for Students. So there are a variety of YouTube videos out there regarding the ISTE Standards. I just picked a select few here. You can see Standard 1A, and when you click on this link, it will take you and show you a 1 or 2 minute video that further explains each standard. Take some time now and look through this document, which can be found here in the modules, and explore the standards further. And keep in mind that I'm going to be asking you which standard are you most confident with and which standard are you interested in learning more about. Think about that as you're watching the videos, and then you're going to be sharing your responses with your peers, and later in this course you'll have to tell us which standard that you're addressing as you're teaching your lessons. All right? Good luck.